Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Deidre Combs, and I hope that you are having an amazing conference. I had the wonderful opportunity of meeting Naomi Lungu in 2015 when she was a State Department fellow on a program called Community Solutions. And I have the wonderful opportunity of coaching those fellows when they come to the United States. Naomi asked if I would speak to you about becoming the authentic leader that you envision. And so I wanted to give you a few tips and techniques to think about as you follow along on that journey. So to lead well, let's just use the letter H. And I want to talk to you about helping, how becoming a host instead of a hero is important. I want to talk to you about humor and humility and head and heart. So we will be doing the, 6 H's today. And I hope that these will be a guide to you as you embark on your leadership journey into the future. Helping. When I began thinking about teaching leadership over a decade ago, I come out of a conflict resolution area. I was a consultant in that area and continue to be. I came across this quote: "A leader is anyone who wants to help at this time." This was critical for me because so often we think, oh, I must know everything, I must have run a company, I must have run a country to be considered a leader. And if we change our framework to thinking that leadership is about helping, everything changes. So often we might get into fear and self-doubt and think, oh, I am not equipped to lead here. But if I'm showing up to help, everything changes. We do our part. Mother Teresa once said, "We can do no great things. We can only do small things with great love. The smaller the thing, the greater the love." So how can we show up and lead each of us to a better place? And it may be just a small thing. So don't worry if you don't feel ready. Mother Teresa would speak over years and years about how she didn't feel deserving and that she wasn't in the right placement. But what it is she knew she was there to help and to do small things with great love. And so may we do that. Where can you show up? We're all leaders. We just need to continue to enhance our skills. But we are all leaders if we want to help. What the poet William Stafford said is, it's time for heroes to go home. One of the things that I appreciate about Margaret Wheatley's work, the woman from the previous quote, is that she talks about moving from being heroes to hosts. That it is, the world that we live in is a very complex place. And it used to be that we thought we needed heroes, someone to come in and step in and solve all the problems. Think of it in a different way. Think that you're here to gather people and to find ways to help them and yourself to bring forward your gifts and talents. It's impossible for any of us to do to solve things alone. And what we do if we try to do that is we end up feeling lonely and exhausted and unappreciated. So as you embark on your authentic leadership journey, think about how you can bring people together and acknowledge their strengths and support their weaknesses and to get the best thinking in the room. Your job is not to be a hero, but to be a host. Another thing that saves me is this connection between humor and humility. If we can laugh at ourselves and recognize that we're not supposed to know everything, it's impossible to know everything, and to catch ourselves making mistakes, our leadership journey goes a whole lot better. Mark Twain was an amazing writer and social commenter, and he said, "Humor is the great thing, the saving thing. The minute it crops up, all our hardnesses yield, all of our irritations and resentments flit away, and a sunny spirit takes their place. Look for opportunities to laugh at yourself. Look for opportunities to recognize that we are all on this journey together. We all want to help. We all want to make this world just a little bit better. And lucky for us, you've shown up at this conference and are thinking about the ways that you can support us. How lucky are we? Let's laugh together. When a mistake comes, can we stand up and cheer and go, yay, I made a mistake, and find a way to use that to learn together. And last, I want to give you a quote from Nelson Mandela. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. When I'm working with leaders, I will find that some of them bring great open hearts, and other of them that they lead with a very wise mind. What we want to do is to develop both. That we want to bring a strategic mind and an open heart to our work. Sometimes you'll find that you might flit between the two, going back and forth, going from task to relationship, worrying about the people and then all that you have to get done. So our work, our real leadership journey, is to help and to find a way to bring the best of our mind and the best of our heart to the fold. I think of you as you're gathering together and calling each other to your best. Do it with a great sense of humor. Recognize that if you can host these people and find the best of them all, you will be unstoppable. Make sure to laugh at yourself and make mistakes. And know that you really aren't supposed to know everything. One of the wisest women I ever met was in her 80s, and she came to a workshop. And you could tell that the other women knew her from earlier. And they said to her, tell her what you know. Tell her what you know. And they were all just waiting in expectation. And I said, tell me, what do you know? And she smiled this great, wise, 80-year-old smile and said, I don't know anything. How can we show up in this place of open-mindedness, in this place of not knowing, and gather the best of each other together and solve these great problems of our time? I hope that your conference is extraordinary. Hug Naomi for me. I miss her terribly. And thank you for this opportunity to speak to all of you. Take care.